Today's topic, how to manifest wealth by spending money. And today I want to show you how you can use two simple strategies to manifest more money into your life. One strategy is all about spending money in the real world, and the second strategy is all about spending money in your mind, in the imaginary world. And the idea of spending money to attract money was one of the biggest blocks in my life on my journey towards financial freedom, because I realized, thankfully at some point, but unfortunately way too late, that money is energy and energy wants to flow. And when most people look at this concept, they think, okay, yeah, money should flow towards me, it should flow into my experience, it should flow to me. But also think about how money can flow out of your experience. And the moment I say this, sometimes to a Skype coaching client, I can see in their face everything tenses up like, I have to let money flow out. No! It's as if this simple realization breaks their whole world into pieces. And that's at least how it was for me. Because when I heard that over and over again from one of my spiritual mentors, money is energy and energy has to flow. Money is energy and energy has to flow. Everything tensed up inside of me, and I was like, I don't want to let it flow out. I want to keep it. Finally, I have some money. Finally, after all these years of being broke, after all these years of never making more than $2,000 a month, after all these years of never being able to save more than $1,000 a month. In fact, I wasn't even able to save a couple $100s a month. After all these years, I finally have money. And then I should let it flow out? No, I want to hold it. I want to hold on to it like a comfortable blanket. And that was the biggest mistake that I made. Because when you let money flow out, and when you do it in the way that I share with you, and not in the way that I don't want you to do, which I also share with you, then you will be able to attract more wealth into your life. And it all starts with overcoming your money spending guilt. What vibration are you in when you feel guilty about spending money, about letting money flow out of your experience? Lack. Not abundance, nope. As much as you convince to yourself, yeah, I have this money, oh, it's great, haha, I will keep it, I will keep it, I will keep it, and that's why I'm rich. You're so focused on keeping it, and so focused on not spending it, which makes you then feel guilty about spending it, and that's when you create lack, because your vibration goes dum 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 dum, really, really low. So you have to work on that. And the first step towards doing that is by focusing from keeping the money towards attracting more money. So instead of focusing on I want to keep what I have, you focus on how can I attract more of it. Don't get me wrong, saving is absolutely important. And at the same time, you should also hold money in your experience. You shouldn't let go of everything because then you're broke again. But you also shouldn't hold on to everything. There's always a balance in life. Money flowing in, money flowing out. There's always a balance. When you live in a state of balance, more will come to you. For example, I save a large percentage of my income, but at the same time I spend way more money each month than I ever spent before, which is still not that much. I'm a minimalist, I don't own a fancy car, and I don't own a lot of gadgets because I just don't want to. I like to keep things simple. But at the same time, I spend so much more money on good food, on experiences than I've ever spent before, because I know if I would keep my spending limited to what it was when I was broke, I would block money energy. I would block money from flowing into my life because I realized that money is energy and energy wants to flow. Nowadays, I spend a lot of money on healthy food, on amazing experiences, on coaching, on consulting. And yes, even though I work as your coach, I still have mentors who coach me because I believe that you can always learn more and that I can always improve myself as a human being, as somebody who manifests things in his life, and as somebody who teaches manifestation. So yes, I invest in myself. I spend more money on myself than I've ever spent before because I know money is energy and energy wants to flow. And then spend money on things that nurture you. You really have to realize that happiness is not the same as pleasure. Investing in yourself, which then leads to long-term happiness, or investing into a flat screen TV on which you can watch the news that will eventually ruin your vibration, it's a total different game. You have to realize that you can either manifest more money by spending money, or you can actually block the manifestation of more money by spending more money. How is that possible? Well, if you spend money on things that are not good for you, your vibration either in the short term or in the long term, often in the long term, because a lot of pleasurable things are amazing in the first couple of seconds or days, but in the long term, they will mess you up. The best example, drugs. If you invest your money, or I don't even want to say invest, but if you spend your money on drugs, the short-term benefit for the first couple of seconds, woohoo, it's amazing. But in the long term, you mess up your whole life. And the same is true for spending money on pleasurable food, burgers, donuts, and all this kind of junk food, which leads to short-term pleasure, instead of investing your money, investing more money in healthy food, which might not taste that good in the first couple of seconds, but which leads to long-term happiness. It's always about nurturing versus self-destruction. And I know that sounds extreme, because now you might be saying, oh, Sebastian, but I ate a donut yesterday, will I destroy myself? Don't worry, that's not what I mean. But it turns into self-destruction in the long term. One small decision can add to another one, which can add to another one. If you go once to a casino and you gamble a little bit just for fun and you lose your money, that won't break you. But if you do it every day, then you have a big problem. So spend money on things that nurture you and celebrate your decision to spend money on yourself. For example, if you decide to invest in my brand new program, Money Manifestation Magnet, in which I give you 6 powerful money manifestation meditations that will allow you to manifest more money. If you invest in this program, and by the way, you also get a lot of bonuses, but you find out more about this if you click on the link in the description. So yes, let's get back to it. If you decide to invest in this program and you invest in yourself, you invest in your future, I want you to celebrate your decision to spend money on yourself. Or it doesn't even have to be my program. Let's say you buy a pencil, or you buy a smartphone, or you buy a new laptop, whatever you might invest in, celebrate it. Give yourself a self high five, dance around a little bit, do a victory dance, have fun with it, be playful about it, because the more you are in this energy, the more money you will attract into your life. And be thankful for the things that you spend money on in the moment that you spend it. For example, you have to pay your bills. One thing you can do is to say, I'm thankful that I can actually pay my bills, that I have enough money to pay the bills. But if you do that at the same time, you might introduce some resistance, because you say, yeah, I'm happy that I can actually pay the bills, but I don't really want to pay the bills. There's one technique that's way more effective, at least in my opinion, and that's when you shift your focus from being thankful that you can afford it to being thankful for why you can afford it, for the reason. If you, for example, say, I have to pay my rent, instead of saying, yeah, I'm thankful that I can pay it even though I don't want to pay it. But if you say, I'm so happy that I have a roof over my head, I'm so happy that I live in this amazing apartment, I'm so happy that my bedroom is quiet. I mean, this is something that I'm happy about whenever I pay my rent, because I used to live in Bangkok, and believe me, I had to move so many times until I finally found a bedroom without getting terrorized by the Bangkok noise. So these are all things that you can be thankful for. Or for example, when I pay my internet bill, this is a big thing for me because I'm so thankful that I have such a fast internet here in Romania. And the internet here is about 4 times faster than in Germany, which is amazing. So I'm thankful for that because it allows me to operate my online businesses in the most effective way. So be thankful for the things that you spend money on. And now let's have a look at how to manifest wealth by spending money in the imaginary world. Manifesting wealth and becoming rich is all about feeling as if you already achieved it. So if you get yourself in this emotional state of I'm already rich, I'm wealthy, then it's inevitable, and I really mean inevitable, that money will flow to you. And in order to achieve this state, you have to reprogram your subconscious mind for more money. And if you're really serious about attracting more money into your life, then I can highly recommend that you check out the link in the description and get access to my brand new program, Money Manifestation Magnet. Like I said, this program contains 6 meditations, 1 for each week, and all you have to do for 10 minutes a day is to close your eyes and listen to these meditations and allow these guided meditations that I recorded with my wonderful accent to reprogram your mind for more money. But I have to warn you, only invest in this program if you are willing to invest in your long-term happiness instead of short-term pleasure, and only invest in it if you are willing to give it 6 weeks, because that's how long it takes on average to reprogram your subconscious mind. And unfortunately, most people will not do it because they are still looking for a quick fix that doesn't exist. But no matter if you decide to invest in my program or if you decide to invest in anything else you can think of, I want you to make a list of all the things that you can already buy. And I decided to do this exercise one night when I was curious what cars, especially supercars, cost on average. I had no idea about it because I never owned a car in my life, and I probably will never own a car. Or never say never. Let's say at the moment, I'm not really excited about the idea to have a car because I love Uber. So anyway, I looked up car prices, especially from supercars. And then I wrote down in an affirmation, I am already rich and wealthy because I can already buy X numbers of BMW i8, Audi R8, Lamborghini, and I wrote down all these cars. And what if you don't have that much money yet? Well, then you really have to get my Money Manifestation Magnet program, and you can start small. Maybe you just have $300 in your bank account. Then you can write down all the smartphones that you can already buy or other things. Be creative. And another thing to attract more wealth and to manifest wealth in your life is to play the Abraham Hicks $100 game. And yes, I have to give credit where credit is due. This is a game that I learned from listening to Abraham Hicks, and Abraham Hicks was one of the entities, women, however you want to call it, who inspired me a lot on my own journey. And if you put $100 bill in your wallet and you just walk around with it and you look at all the things while you, for example, walk around in the city that you can already buy, this can already make you feel rich. And small things add up. It doesn't have to be a big flat screen TV or a car. It can be all kinds of different things because, let's face it, you can't really buy a car for $100, at least not one that drives. And then you can imagine how you would spend your money if you already had the amount of money that you want. And I still remember when I didn't have that much money. In fact, I was so broke. But I already had this idea in my mind of how I want to spend my money once I have it. And I dreamed about being able to support charities. I dreamed about starting my own charity project, which is something that I want to do and I know that I will do within the next couple of years. And of course, it doesn't have to be charity. That was just an example from my own life. It can be anything that you want to spend money on. And imagine what it would feel like to feel good about spending that much money. And this is kind of like going back to the future, where you feel right now how you would feel once you spend the money in the future. And I hope this isn't too confusing, but it's so effective. To give you an example, to explain it in a simpler way, if you close your eyes and you imagine that you just bought your dream sports car, instead of imagining how it would feel to sit in the sports car, which of course you can also do, but instead of doing that, you focus on how it feels to spend the money. How does it feel to just let this money flow out and to know that you have enough? To let this money flow out without any worry, without any doubt. How does that feel? And then capture this feeling. And if you want me to help you to capture these kind of feelings, and if you want me to help you to raise your vibration even more and to manifest the things that you want into your life, then you can check out the second link in the description and inquire for your first Skype coaching session with me. I would really love to work with you. And I would also love it if you imagine how it would feel like to put a smile on people's faces with the money you manifested. This is also an extremely powerful exercise, how you can manifest wealth by spending money in your mind. Because when you give money away, when you spend money on the happiness of other people, this will increase your happiness. And I know it because I talked with so many millionaires, and I also know it from my own life, that once you reach a certain level of success, especially when you reach this level while at the same time reaching a higher level of consciousness and loving yourself more, loving life more, then you automatically want to give more. I, for example, imagine that in the future, I will start a charity project which supports children and their education, and maybe I might even do that here in Timișoara in Romania. Let's see what the future brings. Maybe that's why the universe guided me to this place. I don't know. Let's see. Or maybe if you have a partner, or you don't have a partner, and you just visualize your future partner, and you create this emotion of how it would feel to invite your partner to a really fancy romantic dinner in the future, because you have the money and you don't worry about it. These are the emotions that you want to create. And when you feel these emotions, then it's inevitable that you will manifest more money into your life, especially if you click on the link in the description and get instant access to my Money Manifestation Magnet program. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.